Sorry it's been so long. I've been busy. Actually, I ended up with a technical problem. Um, Last time you saw me, I was getting ready to do a class on YouTube and stuff for my journal class, and I ended. That was a disaster. I had everything, all the files and stuff. I had it all put on a memory card. So all I had to do is just pop it into the computer. We're good to go. And I can save my little spiel, click on the first one. Save my little spiel, click on the second one, and so on. Practiced it, got it down, and when I got there, the stupid card would not work. Couldn't get it to work for nothing. And I'm like, it's been working all week. Why is it not working now? And then, but thankfully, all the files were on the computer, so I was able to pull them up and show what I wanted to do anyway. But it was one of those, instead of clicking on five, having the five that I needed all in one spot, it was, I'm looking between about 1,000 different file, pictures and videos and stuff. So it was very, very, very frustrating. That was the first problem. Then it was, I had kind of like, what do you call it, a kind of an interaction thing, trying to show people how to do stuff and get them to role play, get them to role play with me. Nobody would do it. Couldn't get one to do it at all. And they didn't want to talk about it. I even had, the question and answer things, you name it, I had it already. Couldn't get any participation whatsoever from the class. And then there was this one lady that showed up who was moody. She came in late, sat there, looked like she ate a sour lemon or something, type of look. Arms crossed, very type of looking, and then she has to leave early. To be honest, I was glad she left. It was just very, 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 very frustrating. But in the end, I was like, please, question. I kept asking for questions. Couldn't get any questions. Finally, at the very end, well, there was a couple other questions, but it was like, yeah, whatever questions. But finally, the teacher says, well, how did you make your videos do that? How I change from one picture to another and switch it around and stuff like that. So I sat down and I showed them how I get my pictures in order the way I wanted them, and how I made all the different transitions and background things and stuff like that to work. And then I said, so you can see all the pictures as they made their changes and stuff. But it was boring, and I says, well, we got to put some music with it. So I put a piece of music with it, and they're like, oh, wow, that's exciting. So it was interesting, but they said they loved it. They said they learned a lot from me. I'm frazzled because nothing that I wanted to do happened. It was just one of those, how could this go wrong that badly? And of course, I get home. I'm so livid about this memory card not working. I get home and I pull it out and I pop it in the computer and it works fine. Nothing wrong with it. I'm like, why is it working at home but it's not working when I'm at the church? So frustrating. But I survived it. But while in the process, I discovered that I had some other technical difficulties between my hard drive and the computer, and some other things popped up. And so I had to go to the store and I bought me a terabyte uh, hard drive, hoping that'll be enough. Yeah, it's that bad. And so now I'm in the process of trying to switch out some files and that kind of thing, and trying to get that to work. Finally got my camera to work right, and it's just one of those, everything decided it's not working. My hard drive wasn't working, my computer wasn't working, my memory card wasn't working. Camera wasn't working. I was having a bad time. And then my uh, tarp thing, it kind of fell apart, and so I had to go to the store and buy all kinds of uh, stuff to help correct the problem. And then took 2 days to get it all put together so it'd work right. So we had our first windstorm. Wasn't going anywhere. It did great. The only other question was when it rained, what would happen? Today we found out. It pushed all the support poles off to one side, flipped it inside out, and all the water was in the bottom. And of course, in order to get the water out, you have to lift the whole thing up real high. And once we finally got it over to the edge and the water came off, guess where it came off to? Right on top of me. So I got soaking wet in very cold water. Had to make some adjustments, but the poles are still down, but they're in such a way where hopefully everything will slope away from the house, and that was my goal. And the area that I'm working on is still dry, which was my goal. And the next time I go out there to work, I can just pop poles back up, hopefully. We'll see what happens. Anyway, we have that going, and went and saw my mom today. Had a good visit. We have a pizza place that's new out here, and I really like it because it's more of a all natural ingredients instead of all the icky stuff. And you can, you pick and choose what you want, and you can see as it goes into your pizza, and you can say how much you want, that kind of thing. And so I got that for us, and then my mom wanted some fish from the specialty store that I buy it from. And then I went over to Mom's, and she fell in love with the pizza. I had like 2 pieces. It's just a small pizza, not very big. So I had 2 pieces, and she says, I want the rest. She took the rest. And which was great. I was like, have at it. And I had baked some bread the other day, and had not even a quarter of the loaf left. And so I took that over there, and she fell in love with that. So we had a lot of fun. And I think that's about it. Yeah, today was a good day over there, and I did some picture work. But being over there, what I did is I worked on my computer and my hard drive, my new hard drive, my camera. Got it all working right. I had to argue with it for a while, but I finally got it all working right. That's good. And so hopefully now we're going to move forward. Got more stuff out of the garage, so I found some books. You see my little pile of books over there, my ironing board, and a few other things I pulled out of there and cleaned them off and brought them in the house. And I had, I don't know, about a half a dozen boxes that I emptied. Brought them to the side of the house, and now my husband has to go through it because it's all of his stuff. His stuff. And I'm not going to mess with his stuff, but I don't want it just being piled up in the house. It's got to find a home, so. And my stuff has to find a home, and we're working on it. And I found some more dishes, but I want to make sure there's a few things where I want to make sure I find all the pieces before I decide whether to keep it or get rid of it, which more likely will be get rid of it. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah, I'm talking a million miles an hour type of thing. I'm tired. Hopefully I will stay on schedule now that things are hopefully working okay. Y'all have a good time, and we'll see you later. Night.